Hi guys. So today's reading is going to be a reading on how others perceive you. There's going to be both the light side and the shadow side that other people are seeing from the outside. I want you guys to take what resonates and leave what doesn't, and I want you guys to understand that just because someone sees you a certain way doesn't make it true. And also that if there is something there that people are seeing, that you don't want to be seen as, sometimes there are shifts or changes that you can make that can really express more of who you really are to the world outside and remove the masks going on so that others can see you as you are. So we have 3 piles here, pile 1, 2, and 3. Take a moment to get in touch with your intuition and your higher self and pick the pile you feel most drawn to. I also am offering personal readings in the comments or in the description box below. You can find my Skype link if you would like to message me on there if you're interested. And the prices are also down there as well. So is my PayPal link and my Amazon wish list link as well. So if you wanted to donate to the channel in some way, you can. And we are going to get started with pile 1. And I'm going to move pile 2 or pile 3 up there. Okay. So for pile 1, I think people see you as a great leader of wisdom, knowledge, intellect, intuition, somebody who really knows things, sees things, says things, and somebody who really has been through a lot in your life to be able to overcome a lot of challenges and obstacles. And you've really put a lot of effort into learning and growing from those challenges and obstacles. I think they see you as somebody who has the key to unlocking your inner potential, also to unlocking, maybe even seeing through the masks of others as well. You could also be claircognizant in this pile too. You're somebody who really has the key to all of life's challenges, all of the cycles, and you have all of this knowledge within you to be able to navigate the cycles of life. You have a lot of strength and stability within you as well. Somebody that is very solid, stable, honest, filled with integrity, grounded, down to earth. Somebody that really is very much in authority as well, and somebody who really, there's a very regal energy about you too, where you are really seen as a leader of some sort. There's also the number, the number 2007 on this one, and it's a quarter from Canada. So let's see, we are gonna pull these ones first. Before acting, think. Celebrate your victories. Don't be scared of losing. Try your best. Roses have thorns. So, try your best. Don't be afraid of making mistakes or messing up going forward, because you know what? All roses have thorns, and if you want the rose, you must respect the thorn as well. He who wants the rose must respect the thorn. That's an old proverb. And honestly, don't worry about what anyone else is thinking of you. Just continue to keep unlocking the gifts you have within you, and to keep unmasking yourself, to keep navigating these cycles that you're going through with integrity, skill, and stability like you have been. Celebrate your victories. Be proud of yourself. And don't worry about losing. Just think before you act, so that you're not reacting, but you're responding to a situation. And so for the light side, we have, actually, you know what? I'm going to start with the shadow side so we can finish it off with the light side. For the shadow side, we have loving, sweet, caring, and loyal. So this can go one of two ways. Either you can be somebody who is disloyal, unloving, harsh, uncaring, because it's a shadow attribute, and they perceive you that way, or it can also be about being a little too overly loyal and loving and sweet and caring. You may give those things to people who don't deserve them because you aren't as discerning, or some people think that, because I believe with this owl here, it kind of represents my Queen of Swords in a way. And with that, you know, I think you're a very discerning person, someone who really understands what's good for you and what's your highest good and what isn't. But I think a lot of other people may perceive you as someone who allows others close to you who don't deserve a seat at your close table. So, shadow side. How are others perceiving you in a bad way? Others may be perceiving you as maybe acting a little impulsively, acting without thinking, you know, maybe giving your loyalty away a little too early without knowing whether or not you're really going to be able to give it away to that person because, you know, you don't know that person fully. They could see you as somebody who has a lot of dreams, fantasies, ideas, thoughts, but maybe doesn't take action on a lot of them. Somebody who might put a lot of effort into learning, but doesn't put as much effort into building, growing, expanding, that kind of thing. You may also be someone that they perceive as down on your luck. It could just be that you're down on your luck, but you're working towards your creative goals and ideas and inspirations. You may even be looking towards traveling in some sort of voluntary position. You could be somebody that really doesn't have a lot to give, but gives away a lot. And so people might sometimes think too that you're just giving what you don't have to give or offer. And you should be putting a little more time, effort, and care into yourself as well. I think they see you as somebody who communicates from a place of fantasy sometimes. Some of the messages you bring or give, some people might think you're a little eccentric or you're a little immature in your messages or in your words that you have to speak in loving ways. And you know, a lot of that I think is because they would be a little too scared to express themselves in that way, and they're wearing their own mask, which causes them to see this in you and causes them to see this as a bad thing. But I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think you're somebody who's very honest about your feelings, very forthright about where you're coming from and the fact that you don't have a lot, but you're building it. And I think that you're building it, but others just don't see it that way. I think that you have a very capable ability of being able to manifest into your life. And maybe sometimes you allow yourself to manifest things that aren't to your highest good. And that could be what others are perceiving as well here. And so that's what I have for this portion. And we're going to switch over to the light side. For the light side, we have dignified, noble, clever, resourceful, has connections, and powerful. Really hard to see that. So for the light side, people do perceive you as somebody who has a lot of connections, a lot of caring people in your life, a lot of loyal, stable, close relations that you have. You're somebody very powerful in your speech, in your words, probably because you speak the truth a lot. And I think that's what others aren't liking about you over here, is that you speak the truth so much so that they have to come clean about their actions. They have to remove their own masks. You're somebody very clever and resourceful. You're very intelligent, and you really have a lot of connections, even in the higher realms as well. You have a lot of protection, I feel like, as well. Yeah, because you're the spiritual leader. You're somebody who understands things at a very deep level. You have a very high level of intellect. You really are somebody who is able to figure things out and figure your way out of situations or into situations. Somebody who may also at times keep some of your deepest thoughts to yourself as well, which is why maybe you give a lot of truths, but you don't give all of them away. And that's not necessarily a bad thing either. Just other people are seeing it that way. Other people are seeing it as you like withholding knowledge or something. But you know when to give this knowledge and when not to. You know when it will be put to use and when it won't be. So that's what you're doing. You're a leader. You're a passionate, vibrant person. Somebody very creative. Somebody who's a go-getter. Somebody who's ambitious and driven. And somebody who knows what you want and goes after it. And sometimes that can get you into a little bit of trouble because, you know, like the flame, you may attract a lot of moths. You may attract a lot of leeches. You may attract a lot of people that are not so good for you, but, you know, you are always protected as well, kind of like a bug zapper. When all the moths come flying in, they just get zapped and they're out. But you are somebody that really is very transformative. You have used all the darkness in your life to transform yourself and to turn into this capable leader and this person who can go out and express themselves and express all of the knowledge that they've gained to other people as well. And somebody who knows how to get things to turn in their favor too. So that's what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear your feedback in the comments below, or if you have anything to say about the reading, I'd love to hear that as well. And if you guys enjoyed this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. I hope that you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys. No. 2. So for pile 2, how others are perceiving you. Others may be perceiving you as having the key to their heart, having the key to free their heart, maybe, having the key to free your own heart, to end past cycles and begin new cycles. I think it's in healing your own heart. People see you as having this key within you to be able to heal your own heart, to end the cycles of the past, to have this brand new beginning. There may have been a best friend, or it could have even just been a partner who was a partner for a very long time. Somebody who really broke your heart. There could have been a connection in your life that fell apart, and it meant a lot to you. Somebody who you unconditionally loved, very much so. Somebody that you communicated all of your hopes and dreams to, everything that you had inside, and they were your best friend, and it turned out that this best friend may have betrayed you in some way. Maybe you even seen it coming a little bit as well, but it still hurt. It hurt a lot, and you really have been able to change a lot because of this situation. You're really opening up your third eye and really starting to listen to your intuition more. There may even be something going on at Christmas as well, having to do with this situation that could come up. People, I think, see you as a star, somebody who shines very brightly, somebody who represents hope, and somebody who sees hope even in the darkest of times. I feel like people see you as somebody who is sturdy, solid, stable, and really very well maintained. You've been able to take care of yourself. You've been able to still do the things that make you feel good, even in this loss that you've been going through, because you've really put a lot of care and time into yourself and healing after this situation. So we have no regrets, you did your best. Remember your father's words and behavior. Costumes are confusing everyone. Don't allow others to dismiss you in words or actions. You wouldn't be facing this if you couldn't handle it. So just remember that you wouldn't be facing these truths coming out, or seeing this situation, or anything like that, or anything that you're going through right now. You would not be facing it if you could not handle it. You are not given things in life that you cannot handle, and you have all the knowledge, tools, and skills necessary and at your disposal to be able to figure your way out in this situation. It's time to really look at your dad and what may have went on in your life as a child, or what may have went on in your life and the way that you guys interacted with each other as a child or as an adult doesn't really matter. And it's time to remove any masks you might be wearing, any costumes you might be wearing that, are put on for other people's needs, for other people's wants or desires, and they cause you to close yourself up and not be your real self in front of others. Don't do that anymore. And remember that not to have any regrets about the past or anything that you did do in those moments, because you did your best and you were doing what you were taught, and now you are starting to learn and see things in a different way. And so now it's time to really not allow others to dismiss you in words or actions anymore, because you might have been taking it out in harsh ways on other people around you as well. And also you could have been not listening to your intuition and really doing things that weren't for your highest good just to make others happy. So we have the shadow side: intuitive, knowledgeable, perceptive, clairsentient, empath. We have Firefly. We have 8 of Pentacles, and we have 3 of Cups. So maybe you've worked really hard at a lot of friendships, a lot of maybe even networking, communicating with others, things like that. You've been a really big, bright light in the world around you, and that attracts a lot of darkness at times. And even though you have worked really, really, really hard, you've worked really hard to weave this web and to build build something up, and maybe it wasn't something that was to your highest good. Maybe it was something where there was a third party situation going on, whether that's in a friendship or in a relationship. There was something where there was a third party situation going on, and you're seeing things more clearly now. You are really seeing things a lot more. You might have been blocking out a lot of your intuition, a lot of your knowledge, a lot of your perceptives, and you may have not been expressing your opinions or putting your voice out there, and you were really just feeling for the other person, caring for the other person too much, to the point that you allowed that other person to treat you very badly in the background. And I hope that you are getting to the point where you are putting your foot down and you are no longer allowing people to do this to you. But just remember that as somebody who is so beautiful and amazing, you will attract in a lot of negative energy. And the shadow side of that is that of how people are perceiving you is that you have worked so hard for a lot of different things. And in the end, a lot of those friendships, the people did not support you as you supported them. And you did get to see in the meantime who was actually going to be there for you and who wasn't. And that's the good part about that as well. So for the light side, we have communicative, intellectual, book smart, tech smart. So you're somebody who is really good in communications, somebody who's really good in talking to people, somebody who's really good in figuring out the logistics of things, somebody who is very book smart, very tech smart, very well read, well learned, well educated, somebody who can really carry a conversation on with a lot of different people, no matter who they are, somebody who's really in the spotlight, somebody who's meant to be a leader, somebody who is very creative, passionate, driven, somebody who also has no problem taking the time, patience, and working hard to build something up in your life. You're somebody very in connection with spirit as well. And you're somebody who has really been able to ground yourself to bring your shadow and light side together, to free yourself from the past pain and hardship, to free yourself from all of these hurtful emotions that you had going on, and free yourself from all the options that were not right for you, and to really ground yourself and follow your intuition towards your true passions and desires. And people really see this as well, that you know what path is your path, and you are on this path, and you are not going to stop at anything until you create what you truly desire in your life, and you are manifesting it as you go. And you are very smart and knowledgeable and very capable of being able to do this as well. And people really perceive you as having all kinds of options, but you have a certain option that you are working on, that you are really invested in, and that's where you're going to place your time and your energy and your efforts to create something that is worthwhile, because you know now from the past what is worthwhile to you and what is not. And they really see you delving into your emotions to uncover them, to learn them, to explore them, and to really come out on top. And you're going to be gaining a lot of recognition for this soon if you haven't already. So that's what I have for this pile, and I really hope that you enjoyed this reading. I would absolutely love to hear if this fit with your situation, or who you are, what you're going through, how others perceive you, things like that. And if you enjoyed this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. And I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye-bye, guys. Pile 3. So for pile 3, this is an 1836 commemorative coin. It's a copy from 2003. And it's United States of America with an eagle. And this woman, she almost looks like she has like a butterfly net in her hand. You may really enjoy bugs or insects, things like that. You may really enjoy freedom. You're somebody very free, who believes in freedom, who believes in independence, who believes in doing what you feel is right. You may be very connected to nature and natural things, and you may really stand your ground and stand up for things that you believe in as well. You're somebody who communicates very effectively too, somebody whose throat chakra is very open, somebody who really is free from the thoughts and opinions of others in the crowd, somebody who's very passionate, very vibrant, somebody who really has a lot of love within their heart. You may be a hopeless romantic, very romantic, loving, poetic, somebody very fiery and passionate about things in their life, somebody who has luck on their side and is very fertile, abundant, who really takes every chance they can to grow in whatever they feel like they want to grow in, because you're a very free person, so you choose what you want to grow in and you do the growing work. And you're somebody who really is very capable of just going with the flow and living life, enjoying life. Even when there's rain clouds raining on your parade, it's okay, because there's going to be a new day. The sun will come out tomorrow, right? And you may be somebody who really enjoys flowers as well, and gardens and plants and living things. So you might enjoy a lot of insects and a lot of plants, and you may have a lot of keys, skills, knowledge with those things as well. There's a butterfly here too. So yeah, I actually have a best friend who really, really loves insects, plants, things like that. You know, brings her a lot of transformation too. It has brought her a lot of transformation to just do those things, enjoy those things, put those things out there for the world to see. And you're somebody who does do that. You are somebody who has who has had a massive transformation, who found the key within yourself and made this transformation for the better in your life, to free yourself from the thoughts and opinions and ideas of others, and to really take action to go after what you enjoy doing and who you enjoy being. So for the negative side, this is going to be a hard one to read because I know the pink ones are really good cards. For the shadow side here, I think it's mostly people who are jealous of you and what you have went through and what you have accomplished that are going to be present in the dark perceptions that people have of you. Deep, nurturing, poetic, grounded. So others may really dislike the fact that you're so grounded. They may dislike the fact that you're so deep and poetic and nurturing, and that you're so stable and strong and capable of facing every day and every hardship like you're the boss. And that's what it is. You're a boss. And others may just really perceive some of these things as negative in some way. You could also be somebody who's a little stubborn at times, somebody who's a little immovable. But I think it's mostly people that are jealous of you that are just really seeing you in this light. So you may be somebody who's a little anxious at times, anxious to make a decision and follow your path, follow the direction you feel like you should be following. You may be a little bit guarded emotionally, but this is other people seeing you this way as well. You might be a little greedy, clingy, needy when it comes to other people and their time and energy. You might be a little bit anxious. You may pick up on every single little detail at times and take action on those without thinking a little bit. Because, you know, you are a very passionate person, and sometimes when you're a passionate person, you fixate on a detail and then you go after it, and that's kind of what this energy is. And you may be somebody who's very guarded and maybe even a little paranoid at times, hyper-vigilant of the people around you, things like that. But you're also very grounded as well. You're very solid. I think you're very solid in your emotions in general. But you just intuitively pick up on a lot of things that other people are putting out, a lot of their anxieties, a lot of their... Make sure that you're cleansing your energy and protecting your energy and shielding yourself, because I think there's a lot of you here that are picking up on their energy and mirroring it back to them in a way. But you're somebody who is very driven to go down a certain path and might be guarding yourself a little bit more than you need to in going down this path as well. So the light side. We have extrovert, open-minded, versatile, talkative. So yeah, you're somebody who really doesn't mind being out in the crowd, talking to people, and, you know, being around people. And you're very open-minded, non-judgmental, very versatile, somebody who can be here, there, everywhere, and can really fit in. And other people, I think, really just in this energy, I think they're picking up on their own insecurities when they're looking at you in a bad light for some of these things. And also, I don't feel that you're holding back too much, but maybe you are making a lot of superficial connections and not as deep of ones. So we have the golden egg, we have the sun, and we have the ace of swords. It's getting a little dark. Others perceive you as somebody very bright, vibrant, hopeful, optimistic, somebody in their masculine energy very much so, somebody who takes action to go after their desires, somebody who takes action to shine a light on the truths, somebody who exposes truth, somebody who really puts their foot down and does not deal with BS. Somebody who communicates very effectively, very bluntly, very straightforward. Somebody who really has ended the cycles in the past of wearing some sort of mask and has really brought their highest potential from within out into this world. And I think you're very much so in connection with spirit as well, and the signs, the synchronicities, and the messages. And I think you bring a lot of those to light for others as well. You bring clarity to situations, you bring clarity to conversations, you bring clarity to people's minds and actions, and you really are very capable of taking action on the things that you feel are important to you. You are somebody who, when something is important to you, you will fight for it to the end if necessary. Because if you believe in something, you believe in that, and you are going to work hard to expose the truth on it. And you're somebody who has a lot of beautiful things coming into your life because of the actions that you have taken to expose truths around you, to expose things that were unfair, or to expose things that were not in your favor, or to expose things that others were doing that were lies or deceptions. And you have really stood your ground and defended yourself as you would someone else in the world. It's always good to love yourself like you do other people in the world. When in doubt, look up. Yeah, so if you do have any problems with any fears or anxieties or any doubts or any, anything like that, talk to your angels, talk to your guides, give your fears, anxieties, worries, doubts over to them in prayer, and ask them to help you see the truth and to really listen to your intuition and trust it. And your intuition isn't that fear, it isn't that anxiety, it's what's underneath that. So what we need to do in order to focus on that is to give that fear up and just let it go and allow your mind to come to peace. Forgiving and learning. You can overcome anything. Yeah, so there's a need here to forgive others for the way they acted or behaved or treated you, so that you can go down your path more fully, so that you can stop worrying so much about what others think or what others feel, and you can just allow your heart to be more open without expecting anything from the situations, and know and trust that you can overcome anything that you are facing. Others in the way. There may be others in the way on your path, on what you're doing, but who cares? Don't allow their energy to affect you. Don't focus on it. Don't put your time or effort into it. Just talk to your angels, your guides, give it to them, and go on about your business, working towards your goals and being who you are. Keep unmasking yourself and don't allow others to get in the way. Question what you don't know. So make sure that you are asking questions. Make sure that you are really getting to the bottom of situations. Make sure that you're looking at situations to see all the different perspectives before just rushing to a judgment or a decision. Be reliable, walk your talk. Make sure that you are walking your talk. Make sure that you are taking action to do what you said you were going to do, to go down your path that you know is your path for you. And don't allow the past hurt or pain or trauma or scars to get in the way of what you want to accomplish. Don't allow yourself to hold yourself back and guard yourself because you're afraid of allowing other people in. Forgiveness is needed here for yourself and for others. And once again, forgiveness and learning why this was needed, why this happened, so that you can learn from it, you can understand from it, you can grow from it, and you can change things in yourself to have a different outcome, to come more into your own real truth. Remember your mother's words and actions. So remember the way that your mother was, the way she raised you, the way she did things. Remember her actions, the way you guys interacted with each other in childhood and adulthood, things like that. And really, if there's things that you need to forgive about your divine feminine within yourself, then forgive yourself. If there's things you need to forgive about others, forgive them. And allow yourself to just continue working towards your goals, your dreams, the things that you have set out for you. And don't allow other people to get in the way of that. Allow yourself to overcome any challenge. Your mother may have showed you just how strong to be as a person. and remember that you can overcome anything. Look what she did. I have a feeling there's a lot of people on this video with very strong mothers in their life. Look what she did. Look what she was able to overcome. Look where you come from. Look at your ancestors and what they have overcome. Look at everything you've overcome in your lifetime, and know that you can make it through anything, and take action to reveal everything you need to reveal, and to grow, and to have this brand new beginning. I hope that you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. And if you enjoyed this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. And I would love to hear if this fit your situation, or who you are, and whether or not people are perceiving you as well. And I hope you guys have a beautiful night or day, whatever it is, wherever you are when you're watching. Bye bye. I said that twice.